welcome back to my channel. And we are working on card number 4 for week 4. And the prompt is color light green. And this is from the full deck challenge. And it has been awesome sauce. So I do have a playlist where I have week 1, 2, 3 and 4. The next video, it will be week 5 and it will be dark green. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, and don't forget to share with others. And I hope you are participating. Let me know in the comments. So here I am grabbing my card. I am just coating it with Mod Podge. I had found this paper that has some texture and dimension. Has like different, like it's like a light greenish ombre kind of style, and I really like this. So it's kind of, it's not even paper, I think it's a bag. I just had this scrapped and I was like, I'm absolutely gonna use it. So here I'm cutting the edges out and just enjoying so much of that color. Once I found that, I was like, I just love it. I have to use it. So that is my main background, right? Again, if you follow Shinuki art, right, you're gonna be able to see that she leaves her number of the deck card, right? That's one of the guidelines for the challenge, is you leave the number of the deck card and you use a pattern from the page prior. So from the prior project, you will use a element that you will use on that current week. In my case, I am not moving anything from the other card to this one. So basically everything that I'm using is just kind of brand new that you're only gonna see on one card, right? Again, I'm not showing the card number neither. This is how I decided to do it for myself. So yeah, so if you want to, you can do it however it makes you comfortable, right? So if you wanna do follow the guidelines, go ahead and do it. If not, do what fits your boat, my friend. So here I had some other scrap papers that were like, had doodling on them. So I just grabbed that, put a layer of Mod Podge on it, and then I'm using this simple story pattern paper that I have from a study that I'm doing. And I'm just looking for bits and pieces that I can use. So just to bring more light green, more texture, and just kind of give that background as an actual collage background. That's what we're looking for. Each week can look a little bit different. It can look a little bit even challenging, right? Because we want to make sure that we can feel comfortable using our scraps, making a collage, right, with what we have. Again, you don't have to buy anything. This is all that I have. It's just scraps that I have had for a really long time in a corner, that it's great to purge out everything. So here, I'm just cutting the edges. Again, that has worked really well for me. Instead of just cutting the exact like shape and then gluing it down, I prefer to glue everything down and then just cut the edges of whatever it's um just hanging on the sides. So here I'm just making sure, right, that everything looks good. In this corner, it did peel a little bit, but it's okay because we're gonna fix it. Here I'm looking for some elements, trying to see how I'm gonna work this. How am I gonna settle this card? Playing with ephemeras, everything. Again, the theme is light green, right? So I'm looking for my stamp, kind of my stamp book from Tim Holtz, right? That does carry that lighter color. So I'm using some light green stamps. I'm trying to see where do I want to put them. So I put one on the upper side and one on the bottom side, and then I'm just trying to make sure that everything looks good and cohesive. Making sure everything looks straight and not wonky. And here I am, keep playing. I'm still playing with the cards to see what else can I add, what else can I do. So again, this is super simple, right? Use what you have. Again, I encourage you to do this so you can just find some new creative ways, right, to worship the Lord. And I always like to blast off worship music and just have some fun. Here I'm using it's an illustrated base face sticker book from one of the kids from last year. And it had that lighter green, so I'm using that there. And then I have this tag for 49 Market. It was a fall collection. It carries a lot of those greens, light greens, darker greens. For darker green, I am using some elements from that collection as well. So here I am just gluing it down. And one of the things that I have loved is this heart. It looks like it's stitched. So I wanted to glue that because it's lighter green. It's like an olive green. So for me, that's a light green. Even though it's more yellowy, it's throwing more on the yellow side, but it's okay. Um, Here I am just finishing some touches, gluing some stuff out, and I am trying to look for the perfect kind of way of gluing that part. And you can see how cool it looks, right? Has a lot of dimension, has a lot of background, and then just a few elements that or ephemeras, right, they go on top of it. Here I am just gonna go heat seal it with my heat glue gun, making sure everything is dry, so that way I don't move anything. I want to make sure everything is actually dry. Remember that we have layers kind of on top of layers. Again, maybe if you don't have pattern paper and you do have collage paper, don't forget that you can dye your collage paper with distress oxide, with acrylic paint. Um, if you have spritz, the distress spritz, you can go ahead and spritz your collage paper and dry it and use it as a background. That's a fun way to use it or to do a background. Here, I'm just cutting the edges again, making sure everything looks good. And then I'm going with this pen, and I am just going on the corners. And if you can zoom in, you're going to look, it looks like a little bit distressed. So here I am just going to cut the corners, punching the corners with my puncher. And then I'm going to go with that black pen, and I'm going to go through some edges, and it's going to look like it was stitched. And it gives it that kind of stitched distress kind of look, which I really, really like. Um, and again, this is week 4, and I feel a lot of confidence than when I started on week 1. And this is your sign to do it. This is your sign to participate on the challenge, right? Work week by week. It helps you detached, like destashed. I don't know how to speak today. It helps you out clean up all your crafts. That way you have that's math girl. That way you can have more space to buy new products, right? Just joking, my friends. But here, I'm just going over it again. Sorry for the zooming out of it, and in. So I do apologize for that. That you can see a little bit of my hair. I do apologize again. And here I'm just going to go ahead and dry everything out. I just want to make sure that that pen doesn't smear, right? Because of the collage, it wouldn't smear, but I always get paranoid because I'm left-handed and I will always smear everything. So I just want to make sure it doesn't mess it up. Then I'm gonna go with my puncher, punch that hole there, and then add it to my ring where I have all my cards. So again, I hope you have enjoyed this video. So you can see those have been all the cards that we have made so far. So I hope you enjoy. Everything will be linked down below of the things that I have used. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And leave your comment down below if you're participating or what do you think. Take care, friends. God bless.